Hey, what's up, everybody? So, it looks like we have 5 waves down now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for XRP. It could be a potential kind of like a falling wedge here, right? Which could really explode us to the upside. So maybe a little bit more kind of playing around a little bit before doing that. But since it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe we get 3 and then 5 again and then go. So A, B, C. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Now, it doesn't have to look like that. It could be a flat. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. This can come way up here and take the high for a B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for C. And it could be a running flat, something like that, before continuing higher. Or it could be kind of like this, where you have like an expanded flat. So we'll see how it goes. It depends if the B wave can get above that 90% level. But other than that, nothing's really, like in the previous video, I expected us to flag out, and that's exactly what we're doing. So now I'm expecting a retrace and then a C wave and then a continuation. But if this B wave turns into a bigger impulse, it could be that was it. We don't need A, B, C. We just have this falling wedge and we can go. So yeah, that's, if we can break that line, it significantly increases the probabilities. But then you can also have to deal with a flat if it has to be a flat. But whatever, at the end of the day, I believe that it's in a 4th wave and we're gonna continue. We broke out of this area. We're kind of flattening out in here, building a little bit of a base, building support, building structure. So eventually we should get the hell out of there, to be quite honest. So if not, then the super bear idea would be 3 down, 3 up, 3 back down, then go, which would be very bad. But ultimately it would lead to a bigger wave up. I don't think that's the case, though. I think we should hold in here. I think we should, if it's not done flagging out, maybe it's got to flag out a little bit more, and then eventually a continuation. So if you look at, let's pull up SHIB. It looks to me like this is some kind of falling wedge potentially here. You can see we broke out of that wedge right there. Look at that. Perfect. So yeah, looks pretty good. Let's see how this plays out. But I think you took the low here. See how you took the low? So you really have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you also have 5 in SHIB. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And do we have bullish divergence? I'm sure we do. Wow, that's very strong. Look at that. That's very strong bullish divergence. Let's see. Let's go to the 4-hour. And it's also on the 4-hour. Very strong. Probably. And the 6-hour. Wow. Is it on the 8-hour? And the 8-hour. Look at that. Right. Come on now. Right there. Right there. It's not really pronounced on the price, but it is on the RSI. And I'm sure, there you go. So up to the 8-hour, back to the 3-hour. Oh, no, back to the smaller time. Look at this. Look at this beautiful 3-wave move. Now, is it going to be a diag? It could be a 5th wave diag where we come down in 5 like this. And that's the 5th wave. Divergence here, and then go. So you got a little bit of a pop here. Sunday was a green day. It was actually a good day yesterday, and I actually uploaded a video yesterday, but it didn't want to process, and I didn't realize it didn't upload till later that evening. So actually, here was the thumbnail here. So yeah, that was yesterday's thumbnail. So instead of uploading it, I said, yeah, let's just do another video. But basically, I was expecting it to kind of get back down into this level, which we are. So, and we didn't break the zone, right? We didn't break the zone that I had here yesterday. So let's see if, you know, basically it came down right there. Well, it actually came down in 3 like that. So if we were to fast forward to today, so yeah. Anyways, if you're wondering what this is, stick around, maybe I'll explain it. But basically, Theta or XRP, SHIB, basically the majority of the crypto market. You know, we'll have to see if this is a diag. We get one more low. If not, then maybe pull back a little bit, but then eventually get back in the retrace levels, right? Because it could be a flat. Like, for example, instead of it being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it could be 1, 2, 3 down, and then you have 1, 2, 3 up, and then you get 3 back down later on, or it could get way up here and you can get a running flat or whatever. But we're not going to really know until we get back in the retrace levels, and we're not going to get there until we confirm a bottom. So it's not confirmed yet, but let's see how it plays out over the next couple days. So other than that, I mean, everything else is basically the same. You know, you're flagging out. Look at H bar, you're flagging out. So eventually I believe this will break out. If you look at XRP is kind of getting a little pop here. Let me look a little closer on the 1 minute chart. Looks like it wants to break out. Let's see, 15-minute chart. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's go to the futures chart here, at least for another move up. You know, we'll see. But anyways, yeah, we talked about XRP. So Theta looks basically the same, right? You got this move down here. It's kind of like in a little, like a flag formation or a falling wedge. It seems like it's got a double bottom here. It could, you know, we could see a little bit of a base get built in here, right? So just like with SHIB, it doesn't look like it would be a diag. It doesn't look like that with Theta. It looks more like it's trying to build a base down in here, you know, trying to find its floor and then eventually break out of that channel. So let me see if I have a downward resistance line here. You can see, yeah, so we got a little ways to get up there, but I think we will. So if we zoom out, remember we have 5, 3, 5, and we have another flag here. So let's see if we can get that going here, and then kind of get that bigger ABC, then go. Or this is A, B, C, it becomes bigger like that, right? So you get 3 waves up, you get 3 waves down, come back down and retest this area, and then go. So just hit subscribe and follow along, because each day or every other day we'll be looking at the charts and seeing exactly how it's continuing to play out. It's still got a long way to go, but it's looking really good so far. So other than that, Bitcoin here hit, what was it, 107,000, if I can find it really quick. So Bitcoin looks bearish because it seems to me that, remember what we were talking about in the last video? Well, not bearish. I mean, so we have 3 down, okay? And then we got our, so there's a couple ways we can look at this. The first is 3 down. We got 3 up. And now we're going to get 3 back down, or 5, and then go. That's idea number 1. Not necessarily the main idea, but the other one would be 3 down. You got 3 up. And then this is some weird 3 down. And it's over. So WXY, it's a running flat. And then what this is a wave 1. We're going to flag out for a wave 2, and we're on our way. I just don't really like how we came up, we took the high, and we grabbed that liquidity. We came back down. We quickly retraced. So I feel like more correcting is needed. But if this is 3 and it comes up and pops the high, maybe the correction starts at a higher spot. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, if we get 6 and 7, that would be, you know, just another reason why that really would be a 5-wave move plus the sub-wave of the, yeah. So I think that this appears to be finished. So, you know, like boom, boom, boom. That could be it right there. That could be our flat. So if it's not finished, then still, right, for example, right, if this was 3 down and this is 3 up and then we get 3 back down, it can turn into another 3 and then another 3 and it can become bigger. But we don't know that yet. But that's definitely in the cards if it's going to continue to correct. We do have 5 waves, right? So, but it doesn't look like it's completely topped yet. You know, it kind of just, it looks corrective. So we're stuck in this range, right? So let's see how that range breaks. Yeah, so 3 down. This could be 3 up. And this could be 3 back down. This could be a 1 and a flag and then a go. So, trying to think what else we have here. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This could also be a triangle, which I think it is a triangle. Now that I look at it, so A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, all right. And then what happened was we came up and hit that 5th wave. So that was a 4th wave triangle. So we had sort of 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, 4th wave triangle, hit the high for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think it's over. Yeah, so that was the 5th wave. So we should now start flagging out, I would imagine. We should start flagging out here. But if the altcoins are already beat to hell, you know, altcoins kind of got smacked down, right? How would that translate to an altcoin? So if we put Bitcoin on here, right? And if Bitcoin, see, Bitcoin's kind of, you know, hit that 5th wave. Now, that might not be the count. It could be that, yeah, that is a triangle, but this, and see, yeah, but it took the low. So, you know, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could still have another 5 waves in that triangle, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's over. So, because how it took the top and then it quickly reversed. So, yeah, it seems. So if that's the case, then this needs to have more development. We don't have any development in the correction if that's the case. So we just need more time to see exactly. But if this is going to start ABCing, well, this is already came down. So why would it continue to come down unless, you know, we get some kind of move back up, you know, let's say we come down a little bit, we get some kind of move back up, but then we have that C wave, and that would explain the correction here. So maybe that's why we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we're going to get 3 up and then 5 back down, retesting this level. So we could have a little bit of a stalling out, you know, not too long, hopefully. Other than that, like if you look at just a random coin here, you know, you got a diag, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need an A, a B, and a C. And that makes sense. And you got a shoulder, you got a head, and that ABC will be a bigger shoulder. And then a breakout. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking this will come up and then we'll get a C wave and then go. Now, if we just go, then hey, I will be pleasantly surprised. I will love it. That would be amazing. But something tells me we probably might get stuck in here, and then we have to pull back again and then go up. Maybe it's a flat. So we'll see. But you can translate that to all the other coins. Basically, all the other coins are the same. Same thing with NEAR, exactly the same. Render, essentially the same. Theta Fuel. Oh, and by the way, we nailed this because we were just talking about it being a broadening wedge here. Remember that? I don't know if it was on Theta Fuel, maybe it was on a different chart, but basically we were thinking that it would come down back to that trend line there. Maybe it was XLM. Let me see here. Well, regardless, you know, you got this broadening wedge type of look to it. Might not be the most perfect one, but you know, maybe we have to come down and tag that area, then come up and, you know, something like that. IMX looks good. It had a nice impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulder, right? Shoulder. So the question is this flagging out for another wave up, or is this an A, B, C, then continuation? I mean, that's basically everything in a nutshell. So same thing with Ethereum. VeChain, you see VeChain here, same kind of thing. You got that broadening wedge look to it, and you're kind of flagging out. So maybe we test and go, or we get an ABC then go. So there you go. I mean, that's basically everything. QNT, wow, QNT looks pretty impulsive. That looks pretty impulsive. 1, 2, that looks like 3. This looks like 4, and then we're gonna get 5. So a bigger impulse wave for sure. Bitcoin dominance is looking good. You know, we had a big move down. A reaction to the upside, but hopefully we continue that down. So just kind of looking around here. See, Tron is always looking different. Just looking around, seeing if there's anything here that we can look at. I don't think so. I think that's it. Oh, maybe Sui. Yeah, I would not want to hold Sui. I don't know, man. I just think it's dangerous to hold it right here. I would not hold it here. There's so many other things that are so much better. I mean, yeah, you got a big 5-wave move up, but I'd need a big ABC for me to get happy. If we got that, I would buy it. But it's just you're right in the middle here. So that's what I'm thinking. You got to flag out, then go for Sui. Atom looks interesting, isn't it? Autumn. Yeah, it looks obviously like a W, an X, and a Y. So you got 3 down, so I'm expecting a retrace up here. Oh, I forgot about Trump. This one was good too. Or interesting, I should say. Is that a rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation sideways? Blast off? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of shaping up to be like that. Definitely interesting. You got a descending triangle there though, so it wouldn't surprise me if we broke down and then went sideways. Just trying to gauge the market as a whole here. Yeah, the important thing is not breaking the low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just hold that low. If we can hold that low, I think we'd be all right, for sure. Litecoin looks amazing. Wow. I should have held my Litecoin. I don't know why. This looks great. This is like the best looking flag. Very nice looking. You got 3. Well, you got 3 up. Or you got 3 down. You got 3 up. And then you have very fast 3 down. But I don't know if that's 4 and 5. I'm not sure. We'll see. But look at the flag. I mean, this thing looks nice. It actually looks very nice. So I would imagine this is going to break to the upside. Now, it could be though that this is some kind of W, X, and Y and then go, but we'll see. But when I look at the 8 hour or the 6 hour, you have this 3 down, 3 up, 5 down, 3, 3, 5, expanded flat. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it's flagging out. It probably will hit the high here and then maybe get that bigger correction. Because we still need some kind of bigger correction. I mean, I would prefer it to get back up to here. That would be nice if we can get all the way back up to here and then kind of consolidate and then break out, shoulder, head, and then create the shoulder up here. That would make more sense to me than flagging out now. But how do you explain if Bitcoin needs to flag out now? We'll see how that plays. But Litecoin looks good. All right, so let me see real quick here. Yeah, same. Yeah, AVAX doesn't have that nice looking flag. It's more. It looks more like everything else, but yeah, if we can create a little bit of a base in here and get back to the retrace level and then get a C wave, that would make sense, or just go from there. So those are the 2 options. You got the pink path, or you got the, say, the blue path where you do this. So which one's it going to be? We'll see. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And remember, not financial advice, trying to figure things out. Just, ideas, and let's see how it plays. So, all right, cheers.